See, for all of you forced birthers, you're not pro-life. And here's why. Because during the last election, you only gave a damn about your own life. You didn't care about the life of Officer Siddick, who will never see his family grow up, or how his family would feel, or the officers that sadly are no longer here because of the PTSD that January 6th caused by the guy that you voted for. You don't care about the lives of the officers that are missing fingers and eyes and crushed vertebrae and brain damage. You don't care about that because it doesn't affect you. You don't care about the women in this country that are survivors, that are stronger than you are. And you voted for a man who sexually abuses women. You don't care about that. It doesn't affect you. You don't care about women that have increased sepsis rates because of Roe versus Wade being overturned. See, and then once the baby's born and you feel better because your white Christian nationalism has been fulfilled because of some screwed up, twisted form of religion that you believe in, you don't care if that child has clean water or clean air or lives in a world that's not going to be affected by global warming. You sure in the hell don't care if that baby is one of the 36.8 million people that live in poverty, because you don't give a damn about poor people. You want to give rich people tax breaks. You don't care if that child goes to school hungry, because right now 14 million children go to school hungry. You do nothing for them or speak about them or talk about them. You sure in the hell don't care if that life goes to school and has to do active shooter drills or whatever comes into their family, because the Second Amendment is a cost of doing business to kids like in Sandy Hook and Parkland, and it's disgusting because you care more about your whatever modern day musket than about the life of a child. See, you simply only care about one life, and that's your own, because you're a selfish prick. In this last election, this is what it showed: the lack of empathy. And what's ironic is that how many of you go to church on Sunday and pretend to be something that you're not, which is a person of faith, a person of decency and integrity and pro-life. And you drive to church after voting for a man who mistreats women, who's told 30,000 lies in his presidency, who caused an insurrection, who's a racist and a xenophobe and a bigot. And you drive to church after watching 28 hours of Fox News with your Joe in the Ho bumper sticker and your F. Joe Biden flag, because you're American and you have your pet bald eagle on your shoulder and 800 trillion American flags and the Constitution on your truck. And you sit in church and you read from a book that says the greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor as thyself. See, you just take out the neighbor part and you skip right to love thyself. And you call it personal liberty, and it's not. It's selfishness, wrapped in white supremacy, coated with nationalism. And you wonder, whoa, why are they so mad? Why are the people on the left, and I'm not a liberal, but you don't want to know why people in your family don't want to talk to you and your friends? Because you didn't care about them. You only gave a damn about yourself. That you're supposed to love thy neighbor as thyself, but you didn't. You literally cared about no life except for your own. It's good that we're divided, because the time of you being a selfish prick and stripping people's basic human rights away and only caring about yourself is over. We have drawn a line in the sand, and you don't like that, because for far too long in this country, including myself included, you have used your white privilege, the caucasity, the pigment of your skin, to just scapegoat through life. Because this country was founded, sadly and disgustingly enough, to benefit one demographic, 21-year-old landowning white men. Hell, the founding fathers that you praise as some kind of deities over black people, they're disgusting, they were racist. It was designed for black people to be worth 3/5 of a person. And it's funny how you never want to talk about the 3/5 clause, but you'll talk about the Second Amendment. Have it on hats, shirts, flags, condoms, underwear, socks, shoes, everywhere, literally everywhere. It's your entire persona. Isn't it funny how you never want to talk about the 3/5 clause? I thought you loved thy neighbor as thyself. I thought you cared about life. Why do you never want to talk about Black Wall Street or Jim Crow or segregation? Why is that? Huh? Because it doesn't affect you. Does it affect me? No. But I give a damn because they're my neighbors. And that's what I believe a person of faith should do, is give a damn about other people. So until you start giving a damn about somebody else, the people that you claim that you love, and that's what we're seeing. And I'm proud of a lot of women that are leaving their husbands and their boyfriends because they don't care about you. They want to control you. That's the first step of fixing this country. Making it selfless, not selfish. And as a former Republican, I can say one thing that is a fact. The main difference that I see between the two parties, neither party is perfect, I'm an independent, is that the Republicans only give a damn about themselves, and the Democrats care about the better of society. Love who you want to love. You want to worship a grasshopper? Do it. It's your life. Live it the way you want. I'm a person of faith. I have no right to push my faith upon anybody. But I'll tell you this, you Pharisees, you MAGA wannabe Christians, faith without works is dead. Loving thy neighbor, being kind, having compassion, having empathy, those are the values that Jesus taught us to follow. You don't want any of those. You want Barabbas. You serve the prince of this world. Your religion is this. Serve your orange Jesus, the Second Amendment is your Bible, and MAGA is your religion. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot live in both light and darkness. You are not Christians. You are nothing more than modern-day Pharisees. And if Jesus showed up at your front door, you wouldn't offer him water or food and ask him if he's okay. You would call ice on him or put him back up on the cross. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, we are not the same. And in the words of Vice President Harris, the most qualified black woman ever to run for president, that should have been president, we are not going back. Buckle up, Buttercup.